Top 11 foods that clean your arteries from bad cholesterol naturally. The number one killer is a coronary illness, which represents 1 of every 4 passings. What makes coronary illness so destructive is the ever-evolving development of plaque in the arteries, which limits the inward boundaries, confining and eventually hindering the progression of blood flow. Arteries are the blood vessels that convey oxygen-rich blood from the heart to various tissues in the body. Whenever plaque develops and the bloodstream becomes hindered, these clogged or impeded arteries can prompt more major issues. For example, coronary episodes, stroke, and other cardiovascular diseases. So how might you keep your arteries healthy and liberated from blockage? Food can be utilized as a characteristic solution for relapse blockage and forestall further damage to your arteries. The following are 11 of the best foods you can eat to let loose your arteries of plaque buildups. In the end, I will give you one more as a bonus, which is my favorite but most effective of all. Number 1 is fatty fish. Fatty fish, including salmon, sardines, anchovies, and mackerel, is an intense wellspring of omega-3 fats, capably calming unsaturated fats that have defensive impacts against vascular aggravation and atherosclerosis. Omega-3s can likewise diminish platelet total, which decreases the gamble of blood clusters, lower fatty substance levels, and increment levels of good HDL cholesterol, which balances the plaque-saving impacts of unhealthy LDL cholesterol. Furthermore, research shows that individuals who eat 2+ servings of fish each week are less inclined to foster atherosclerosis in their carotid arteries. Number 2 is extra virgin olive oil. The higher admission of olive oil is related to a diminished gamble of death and cardiovascular occasions like coronary failure and stroke. What separates olive oil? It's a rich wellspring of monounsaturated fatty acids and polyphenol cell reinforcement compounds. Research has shown that diets wealthy in fatty acids are related to expanded great HDL cholesterol and diminished bad LDL cholesterol. While extra virgin olive oil's polyphenols assist with bringing down irritation, lessen platelet accumulation, forestall LDL oxidation, and decrease blood pressure. Overall, a 16% decreased hazard of creating type 2 diabetes and decreases in hemoglobin, a proportion of normal blood glucose for more than a while. Number 3 is tomatoes. Tomatoes, particularly cooked tomatoes and pureed tomatoes, are an extraordinary wellspring of lycopene, a strong plant compound liable for tomatoes' red tone, and which has been related to expanded great HDL cholesterol. In one review, individuals eating an eating routine wealthy in lycopene from tomato items were 17 to 26% more averse to foster coronary illness. And in another review, higher blood levels of lycopene were related to a lower chance of stroke. Master tip: fat expands your body's retention of lycopene, so add a glug of olive oil to that pasta sauce. Number 4 is pecans. Nuts are a decent wellspring of protein, fiber, and healthy fats, and customary nut utilization has been related to a diminished gamble of by and large cardiovascular disease and coronary illness, which happens when plaque development limits the bloodstream to the heart. Of all nuts, pecans contain the most significant levels of heart-healthy plant-based omega-3s. In an amazing creature study, consuming pecans as a component of a high-fat eating regimen brought about a 55% decrease in atherosclerotic plaque improvement contrasted with control diets. Number 5 is spinach and dark leafy greens. Like beets, spinach and other dark leafy greens are a decent wellspring of dietary nitrates, which backs flexible, free-streaming blood vessels and arteries by supporting no creation. Furthermore, leafy greens contain fiber and scope of micronutrients, including folate. Folate assumes a critical part in cardiovascular well-being by bringing down levels of the amino-corrosive homocysteine. High blood levels of homocysteine are a realized gamble factor for atherosclerosis, as they can damage the lining of blood vessels and increment arterial plaque development. Number 6 is green tea. You can taste your method for clearing healthy arteries as well. In one meta-investigation, scientists determined that every day-to-day cup of green tea compared to a 5% lower chance of death brought about via cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, in another review, green tea utilization was related to a decline in vascular cell grip particles, which are proteins delivered because of aggravation that make cells stick to environmental elements and one another, meaning they can be a major supporter of clogged arteries. The enchanted lies with green tea's polyphenol intensify called catechins, which have strong cell reinforcement and calming impacts. Number 7 is avocados. Avocado diminishes the bad cholesterol and increments the great cholesterol that assists with clearing the arteries. It likewise contains vitamin E, which forestalls cholesterol oxidation, as well as potassium, which is known to bring down blood pressure. Avocados are a tasty swap for mayo on a sandwich, or as a salad topping, and obviously, in guacamole. Number 8 is broccoli. Broccoli can forestall corridor stopping up on the grounds that it is stacked with vitamin K, which keeps calcium from harming the arteries. Broccoli additionally forestalls cholesterol oxidation and is loaded with fiber, which brings down blood pressure and lessens stress. Stress can prompt tearing and plaque development of arterial dividers. These little trees additionally contain sulforaphane, which assists the body with utilizing protein to forestall plaque developing in the arteries. It is prescribed to have a few servings of broccoli each week for the greatest benefits. Broccoli is another flexible vegetable. It tastes extraordinary barbecued, simmered, or steamed and is an incredible side dish. Number 9 is onions. Onions are essential for the allium variety and are connected to various medical advantages. Research has shown that an eating routine wealthy in these famous veggies might safeguard the arteries. More than 10 years and half-old review that followed 1,226 ladies ages 70 and more established found that a higher admission of allium vegetables, like onions, were related to a lower chance of death connected with the disease brought about by atherosclerosis. Onions containing sulfur intensify, which researchers think might assist with forestalling blood vessel irritation, repress the clustering together of platelets in the blood, and increment the accessibility of nitric oxide. These impacts might help safeguard against atherosclerosis and further develop supply route well-being. Number 10 is flax seeds. Flax seeds are little forces to be reckoned with for nourishment. They are high in fiber, healthy fats, nutrients, and minerals, including calcium and magnesium. As well as being exceptionally nutritious, flax seeds might assist with forestalling atherosclerosis. One research discovered that bunnies that ate flaxseed after an elevated cholesterol diet encountered a 40% decrease in plaque arrangement contrasted in creatures that didn't eat flax seeds. Flax seeds contain sequazolarichiresinol diglucoside, a mitigating and cholesterol bringing down lignan compound whose properties counter atherosclerosis. Oats fall on number 11 on the list. Oats are an amazing decision for individuals who have atherosclerosis or are attempting to forestall clogged arteries. Eating oats can help essentially diminish atherosclerosis risk factors, including elevated degrees of aggregate and LDL, bad cholesterol. Oats likewise contain cancer prevention agents called avenanthramides, which might assist with inhibiting incendiary proteins called cytokines, as well as bond atoms. This might assist with forestalling atherosclerosis. Consuming oat wheat, which is loaded with fiber, might be useful too. A review that included 716 individuals with coronary course disease found that the people who consumed oat fiber consistently had lower levels of LDL, bad cholesterol and fiery markers than the individuals who didn't eat oat fiber. The research additionally discovered that oat fiber admission was related to a lower hazard of requiring revascularization, a strategy to increment oxygen conveyance to the heart and different pieces of the body. An individual might require this assuming atherosclerosis has hindered their bloodstream. Now here comes the last one but not the least. This one is on top of the list of my favorites. Pomegranate. Pomegranate is extremely near a characteristic and organic method for unclogging veins and arteries for the unstoppable bloodstream to the heart. Pomegranate is perhaps the best food that unclogs arteries normally. This tomfoolery natural product contains phytochemicals that go about as cancer prevention agents to safeguard the lining of the arteries against damage. Pomegranate juice invigorates the body's development of nitric oxide, which assists with keeping your blood streaming and your arteries open. Thanks for watching iBrainHacks channel. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel.